May I come in, sir?
Yes, please do.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please
Good
take your
evening, sir.
seat.
Thank you, sir.
You are Mr. Nidhin K Biju.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nidhin, introduce yourself to the board members.
So, my name is Nidhin K Biju. I belong to Pathanamthitta district in Kerala. I have done my schooling in Java Navodaya Vidyalaya in Pathanamthitta. And for graduation, I shifted to Bangalore. And I'm a graduate in Electronics and Communication Engineering. And I passed out in 2016. And after that, I came for UPSC preparations. My hobbies are playing football as well as endurance running.
Okay. And you did your BTech from which institution?
RNS Institute of Technologies.
Okay. Nidhin, what does your name mean? What is Nidhin?
So Nidhin means precious.
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 Which language is Nidhin?
So it is in Sanskrit and even in Malayalam also. Nidhi means precious.
It has to do with Nidhi.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right. So Nidhin, you did your engineering, electronics and communication engineering.
Yes, sir.
All your intention was to destroy environment by newer machines and things. How come you chose to become a forest officer? Why you defected from being from a discipline which is supposedly not really friendly to environment to protection of environment?
So first of all, I feel that electronics and communication engineering can have a positive impact on environment. There can be technologies where environment can be protected from destruction. For example, detection of forest fires can be one such example using satellite communication. So as such, electronics and communication is not against forest protection, sir. So I think, and even I can utilize my knowledge in electronics and communication engineering in forest services.
But all electronic engineering materials, right from their source to becoming a finished product and even becoming a waste, are detrimental to environment, isn't it?
So currently there are areas where electronics and communication can be detriment to the environment, such as, for example, the towers, mobile towers which are being installed. But I feel that as technology progresses, we should be able to bring more sustainable technologies which are environment friendly.
Okay. Nidhin, you come from Kerala.
Yes, sir.
If we compare, say, the forests of Kerala with, say, the forests in the Gangetic Plains or in the northern plains, what is the basic difference between flora and fauna?
Sir, in Kerala, it is mainly the tropical evergreen and the semi-evergreen forest. But when we come to the northern plains, we find more deciduous forest, and as we go further north, we get montane forests.
Okay. You're from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya.
Yes, sir.
Recently, the government took decision that they'll be establishing more Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, 150 to be precise, and all these JNVs will be for Dalits only. Do you believe that this segregation of Dalits in education, rather than giving them education in an integrated manner with the rest of the society, is not good in terms of pedagogy and in terms of social harmony?
Sir, I'm not aware of the development. I have not gone through it, sir. So,
if that is the case, where the separate Dalit schools for Dalit Navodaya Vidyalayas are being established, if I give you this information, what will be your opinion?
Sir, I would suggest not to go for it, sir, because we are aiming for integration, not for segregation.
Fine. So,
Nidhin,
Yes,
have you gone through the budget presented recently?
No, sir, I was not.
Not at all. Have you heard something about it? The budget has announced three major themes. Have you noticed the three themes?
Sorry, sir, I didn't go.
You are a student of agriculture, and the budget has made a proposal of 16-point action plan for agriculture. Have you heard about it?
No, sir.
Okay. What is GDP structure of Kerala?
Sir, Kerala GDP is based on service sector, which contributes to more than 60% of the Kerala GDP. Then comes the agriculture and industrial sector. Agriculture sector is contributing to around 13%, and the rest is the industrial sectors.
Okay. Due to disturbances in West Asian countries, Middle Eastern countries, large number of immigrant workers have come back to Kerala.
Yes, sir.
How it has impacted unemployment rate there?
Sir, unemployment rate traditionally is a bit higher in Kerala compared to the national average. So, if the workers are coming back, then definitely it will increase the rate of unemployment in Kerala.
So, is it visible in social life?
Sir, in social life, I feel that it is visible as an underemployment, where graduate and postgraduate students are looking for like low-grade jobs.
Okay. There was a summit organized in 1992 that was called Earth Summit. At that moment, some experts had designed a green index. What exactly is green index?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
What is green accounting?
Sir, can I make a guess here? Sir, I guess it is the budgeting practice where the environmental aspect is also taken into account.
Have you heard about Kyoto Protocol?
Yes, sir.
What exactly was the contents of the protocol?
So, Kyoto Protocol is a protocol under the UNFCCC aimed to reduce the greenhouse emissions across the globe.
Through which kind of mechanism?
Sir, I am not aware of it.
Have you heard of Clean Development Mechanism?
Yes, sir. Yes.
CDM.
Yes, sir.
So, what this mechanism particularly includes?
Sir, it includes the like reduction of emission of a country, and we do carbon trading.
Carbon trading.
Trading.
Or any kind of emission trading.
Emission trading, sir.
So, apart from carbon trading, which other elements are traded under emission trading?
Sir, I am not sure of it.
Okay. Which are called greenhouse gases?
So, the greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, and carbon monoxide also.
Climate change is now a fact. Most of the people concede it. How it will affect forest cover worldwide and in India?
The climate change, which results into global warming as such, will increase the recurrence of forest fires in the country, which will directly reduce the forest cover and the wildlife present in it, sir.
But it may also accelerate the process of photosynthesis and thereby growth of vegetation?
Sir, I don't know exactly about it, but I feel that any growth cannot offset the loss which happens due to forest fires.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, your optional is for geology.
Yes, sir.
So, we have several intrusive rocks.
Yes, sir.
Look, lopolith, phacolith, dike, seal, batholith.
Yes, sir.
What is the basic difference of a structure in between lopolith and phacolith?
Sir, I am not able to recall specifically the difference.
Batholith,
Batholith, sir, I guess it is sheet-like structure.
No,
okay,
of
sir.
course
Sorry, sir.
not. Totally wrong. Dike,
Sir,
Shield?
Sir, no, sir. No.
So, you don't know. Okay, so come to the point. Look, you are very close to Anamudi,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah. Anamudi is what the highest mountain in South India, right? What are the actually sequence of flora, right, with fauna from bottom to top?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of it.
You don't know?
No.
That is biome vegetation. What are the vegetation along the slope of Anamudi mountain? Just I want to know. Very close to Rome.
Sir, but I don't know the...
You don't know the flora and fauna?
No, sir.
Now I am helping you. Look, the lowest point is almost around sea level, and the highest point of Anamudi is 2,695 meters.
Okay, sir.
Now arrange.
Sir, then, sir, I will
Yes,
give
yes,
an
try.
attempt, sir. So it should be tropical evergreen, wet evergreen forest at the mean sea level, and montane forest at the peaks, and in between it should be tropical semi-evergreen, sir.
Okay, look, you have Kovalam, most beautiful beach of India.
Yes, sir.
That is located in South Kerala. Kovalam is named by a particular character of Sangam age. Do you know who was Kovalam?
Sir, I feel that it might be Kovalan from the Silappadigaram.
Yes, yes, very good. What is the basic difference between the Silpadikaram and Manimekalai?
Sir, I am not sure about it, but
Who is the character of Manimekalai?
Sir, Kovalan's daughter, I guess, sir.
Yes. Okay. So, look, in forestry, we have very important declaration of 2019. We call it Delhi Declaration. So, what is Delhi Declaration?
So, sir, I am not able to recall it, sir.
COP 14, you have read?
No, sir.
held in Noida, but declaration came to Delhi. That is called Delhi Declaration.
No, sir, I'm not able to recall it.
Look, we have several earthquakes. One is called non-tectonic earthquake. And one of the non-tectonic earthquake recently occurred in South Bihar plain. Have you read?
No, sir.
What is non-tectonic earthquake?
Sir, it is the earthquake which is not due to the plate tectonics. For example, it can be the earthquake caused due to volcanoes.
That is called non-tectonic earthquake is external force.
Okay.
Tectonic is internal force.
Okay, sir.
So huge meteorite can cause earthquake.
Meteoroids.
Meteoroids.
Yes, sir, it can cause.
So that happened in Bihar just 2 months back. Right? Now see the volcanicity. How you define volcanism or volcanicity?
Sir, it is the amount of destruction which can be caused due to the upcoming of magma, which comes
That is
out.
eruption.
Eruption, okay.
I'm not asking eruption, volcanic eruption. I'm asking only volcanism.
Sir, sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the definition.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Nidhin,
Yes, ma'am.
one of your optionals apart from geology is agriculture.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what is the difference between agriculture and agroforestry?
Agriculture is a broad term which encompasses the cultivation of plants, cultivation of crops, which can be either for food purpose or for commercial purposes. Whereas agroforestry is a subdivision of agriculture which focuses on creating like planting of trees in agricultural areas to increase the tree cover of a particular area.
Okay. And staying with agriculture, why is it that India has very less mechanization in the agriculture sector?
Ma'am, it is due to the non-affordability of costly technologies for the farmers in India.
Could one of the reasons be farm credit also? That we are not able to provide as much credit to farmers, which is leading to lack of mechanization?
Ma'am, I guess that can be a reason, but still we should focus more not on credit aspect but on forming farmer cooperatives where adoption of a large technology becomes more affordable.
Right. Could one of the solutions be contract farming?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Contract farming can help farmers get the money in advance and invest in more technologies.
Right. The government provides a lot of subsidies to farmers, whether it be in, say, fertilizers or electricity. Do you think these subsidies are being counterproductive in the sense they are causing more damage than good?
There are aspects where subsidies have affected negatively, but I feel that subsidies should be continued because if subsidies are withdrawn, then it will definitely affect the capacity of the farmers.
But another thing that we see missing in the agriculture sector is investment in agriculture sector. So maybe if parallelly we increase, say, investment in agriculture and simultaneously proportionately reduce these subsidies, would that be a better way out, making these farmers more sustainable on their own rather than providing this constant support from government's end?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. If you are able to increase the investment, then definitely the subsidies can be reduced.
What's stopping the government from investing in agriculture sector?
I guess like investment has been there, but the amount of people, the proportion of the population involved in agriculture is humongous. And many of them are actually marginal farmers. So I feel that investment in that much scale is becoming a difficulty.
Okay. And you were just talking to Sir about unemployment in Kerala. Do you think one of the reasons for that could be the trade union activism?
No, ma'am.
No?
I don't think so.
That is facilitating employment, you believe? Or that is desisting industries from setting up with the fear of that activism by trade unions?
And there are instances where trade unions have affected certain establishment of industries. But overall, I feel that trade unions have a positive impact on the employment as a whole.
Okay, and your mother tongue is Malayalam.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a classical language?
Yes.
And classical languages are included under which schedule of the Indian Constitution?
I'm not able to recall.
Not able to recall. Last question. You are interested in playing football also.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what is the difference between a golden boot and a golden ball award?
Ma'am, golden boot is awarded to the player who has scored the maximum number of goals, and golden what is the second one?
Golden ball and golden boot.
Golden boot is a award given to the player who has scored the maximum goals, whereas golden ball is given to the best player of the tournament.
Which player has got it the maximum number of times?
Ma'am, I'm not sure of it.
Thank you.
Nithin,
Yes, sir.
recently Maradu demolitions were in news.
Yes, sir.
What was the controversy?
Sir, the Maradu, the flats which were built in Maradu were violating the coastal regulation zones. And the Supreme Court has asked for demolition of the flats.
Okay, so these kind of demolitions, they cause more harm than good in my opinion, because like a lot of rubble is created, and also like it leads to air pollution. Like the area was polluted for a long time, and maybe like some of the debris also fell into the surrounding water body.
Yes, sir.
What is your view?
Sir, I feel it is a short-term negative. It is definitely a short-term negative, but in the long term, it will create the much-needed deterrence effect against such violations.
Okay, and this famous Silent Valley National Park,
Yes, sir.
where is it located?
Sir, it is located in Palakkad district.
Okay, and why the name Silent?
Sir, it is due to the perceived absence of insects called cicadas.
Is it their absence or like is it their presence?
Absence.
Absence. So there is no noise.
Sir, I have not been there in person. I don't know.
Okay. This concept of love jihad has a connection with Kerala. What is the latest on this issue?
Sir, I'm not sure of it.
But what do you understand by the term? Is there anything called love jihad?
Sir, I don't believe so.
Okay. Recently, the Indian Navy has launched Operation Vanilla. What is it all about?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
I'm not aware. And are you aware of the Indian foreign policy initiative of Sagar?
Sagar is a foreign policy which is related to the Indian Ocean, sir.
Yes.
Incorporating the countries which are a part of having coast of Indian Oceans.
Right. So, can you give me the full form of Sagar?
Sir, I'm not able to recall it.
Okay. And recently there was a lot of controversy over Sabrimala temple entry issue.
Yes, sir.
And there are two sides of the story. So the believers feel that the Lord Ayappa being an ascetic brahmachari, the believers have every right to observe the age-old customs. And they also claim that like whosoever is believing in the religion and in Lord Ayappa, they are willing to forego their personal liberties or fundamental rights. Now, what rights do the non-worshippers have of enforcing this right to equality?
Sir, I don't feel it is just the non-worshippers who are for women entry. There are also worshippers of Ayappa who want women entry in.
But generally, the more vocal people have been people who have no locus standi on the issue, as in they are not worshippers.
Sir, but I guess it is fine, because if there is preferably change should come from within, but if the change is not coming, then I feel the enforcing agencies such as the court should definitely take a stand on the issue, sir.
This should happen with only one religion or with all the religions?
With all religions, sir.
Okay. And what do you understand by this Kerala model of development? How is it different from the Gujarat model of development?
Sir, Kerala model of development is focusing on social development such as health, education and such sectors, whereas Gujarat model of development is primarily economic in nature, focusing more on industries.
Which is better for India?
I think we should need both. We need both social development as well as industrial economic development. So.
Okay. My final question to you, because you are a geology student,
yes.
Can you tell me we are in which epoch, which period, which era and which eon?
Sir, I'm not able to recall it, sir.
Any of these?
Sir, Holocene. Holocene is the period, sir.
epoch.
Sir, I'm not able to recall it, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nidhin,
Yes, sir.
you did electronics engineering, you also made a humanoid.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, why making humanoids was difficult for so many years, especially the bipedal aspect of human? Why was it such a challenge for robotic engineer?
Sir, it is because of the balancing aspect. It is due to the difficulty in mimicking human walking, which makes it much difficult to make a bipedal robot.
When it comes to robot, generally there's a talk about the Asimov's laws, 3 laws of robotics.
Yes, sir.
What are these laws?
Sir, I'm not able to recall the exact laws.
You're not able to recall.
No.
Primarily, the laws says that the purpose of robotics should not be to harm human.
Yes, sir.
Primarily, all 3 laws basically sums to this. But do you believe that with the kind of drones we are watching nowadays and the kind of new warfare coming, is it not just a matter of time where actually the robots would start harming human?
Sir,
They are already doing to certain.
yes, sir. Robots have the capability to harm human if a human being designs the robot in such a manner. So, if we ensure that that doesn't happen, proper regulations and global community should come together to ensure that there should be some protocol in making humanoid robots so that it won't create a harm effect to the human populations.
The recent semi-humanoid that's been developed by India, do you remember?
No, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Fine, then it was nice talking to you. You can leave now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Take your seat, Nidhin.
Thank you, sir.
So, Nidhin, how was it and where you believe that you need to work a bit?
Sir, I feel overall I felt it to be really good, and the areas of improvement I feel is regarding the content related to some areas, related to geology, all those. So, but I'm actually a bit confused how to improve, because after my civil service mains, I got very little time to prepare on the optional subjects, and to be honest, I was not expecting to clear the forest service mains also. So. The optionals and its content, I feel I should improve, sir.
See, you don't have much time left,
Yes, yeah.
so I will be giving you suggestion which you can attempt in given time.
Yes, sir.
By and large, you're a good candidate. Your personality is pleasant,
Thank you, sir.
and by and large, your verbal communication is good. So your vocabulary is good, the flow is good, the voice level is good, and the speed is good.
Thank you.
So verbal communication parts are really in place.
Okay.
By and large, your sitting posture is good, your hand movement is restricted, eye contact is in place. So you don't have to do much on the front of verbal or non-verbal communication.
Okay.
Right. So whatever changes are required primarily are in the area of content.
Yes.
And in the area of content, you do realize that there are areas where you need to brush up.
Yes, sir.
So plan accordingly.
Yes,
Prioritize that which are the areas you'll be giving some priority, and you'll brush it up. And rest you can probably continue with your policy of saying, sorry, I don't know. There's no harm in it. Okay, that part is okay. Though it is true that considering that you have a certain background, so your optional paper, your background subject and your home state, primarily the question were from these areas only.
Yes, sir.
So you should have been in position to attempt most.
Yes,
But now that's not an issue we should be discussing. But there are occasions where it appears that even in the question which were not factual, sometimes your method of attempting was a little escapist. For example, especially on the issues of some controversial, for example, love jihad. Outrightly saying that it is understandable you're saying that it does not exist, but there exists this terminology.
Yes, sir.
And there is a politics of this terminology, right? So you should have given a little longer answer than merely saying one thing. Okay, same was the question on the trade union thing. When the idea of trade union was being discussed, you should have given pros and cons and then taken a position.
Yes, sir.
right? Rather than straight away announcing a verdict.
Okay, sir.
You get it? There's a difference between putting forward the argument and then taking a stand. And especially announcing as if you are the one who has right to say, give the verdict. You're getting the point?
Yes, I am.
It will also allow you to show your analytical power, and that is something I'm sure you would like to, right?
Yeah.
Everything else is in order. Don't worry about much, and go happy.
Thank you, sir.
Being happy is equally important.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.